What's up guys, this is Lakeum here. We are back with yet another trove video on our channel, and today we're going to be talking about a lot of things that you guys probably hate at this point in time, but you've got no other choice but to do it, right? And it's going to be Geode, right? So as you can see, we are basically actually maxed out in Geode already, so we're here to give you a guide on how you can actually max out your Geode rank, the easiest way to max out, the path to maxing out, how you should work towards maxing out your Geode rank, and everything in between, right? But the first things first, before we begin on this video, I've got to tell you guys the reason why it is gonna be good to max out your Geode right now, because a lot of you guys that's clicked on this video is probably thinking, oh, Geode, yet again, another Geode video. I'ma just dislike this video because I hate Geode. I just don't like doing Geode. Well, here's the thing. If you don't do Geode, you won't actually be able to receive that extra 1000 lights and that extra 500 power rank, which you'll actually be missing out on a ton. You know, it used to not give any lights and it used to give no stats at all, but with this, you're definitely gonna have to finish your Geode as quick as possible and probably get a blue name while you're at it as well. Or a sign name, should I say. But anyways, if you're interested in learning how to get to Geode Mastery level 100, feel free to watch this video until the end because we're gonna be walking you guys through, well, it's more of an extension of a previous video that we actually did before. The link is gonna be in the description below where we talked about how you can actually get sign name. But right now, that guide has already been a little bit outdated. Well, we're going to be talking about where you can get everything, what is the easiest way to get Geode Mastery, and everything in between, right? So we're going to be starting off with the easiest things. You guys probably already have these, even though you don't do Geode at all, right? Even if you do not do Geode in its entirety, the easiest thing that you could get for Geode Mastery right now, and if you haven't already gotten all of them, it is going to be right here. As you can see, we're going to head on over into the west side of the hub, and we're going to head on over into the Delve workbench, right? So heading on over here, we've got some allies, right? Yes, we've got allies. We already have all of them, but it is going to be beneficial to you guys if you get all of these. The reason being, right? We're going to head on over into probably combat. We're going to head on over into allies, and then we're going to press show all. And then we're gonna, okay, take a look. We've got 31 allies, right? They're gonna be giving you guys Geode Mastery. And this is the easiest thing, right? You don't even have to do Geode to actually get these. All you gotta do is just farm some delves and just get everything from this. It's not even gonna be that hard, right? Right here, 10 Mastery points, 10 Mastery points, 10, 10, 10, and then it's gonna be 20. And you're gonna get up to 50, right? So basically, this one is gonna give you 10 Mastery points each, which gives a total of, let's see, 110 Mastery, Geode Mastery points. This one, it is going to be, let's see, it's gonna be 3, 6, 9, so it's 9, so it's 180 Geode Mastery points. And this one is going to be 9 multiplied by 50, which is going to be 450 Mastery points, right? So basically, you're going to be getting 110, okay? You're going to get 110 plus 180 plus 450 just by getting each and every one of these allies right here. And if you didn't already know, starting from Mastery level 20 and above, right? Starting from Mastery level 20 and above, you will only require a total of 100 points. Yes, you're only going to need 100 points to actually increase your Geode Mastery. And you're gonna need a total of, if I'm not mistaken, about 9.5k, or it could be a little bit lesser, but around 9.5k total Geode points in order for you to get to 100 Geode Mastery and get that nice 1000 light in its entirety, right? So this is just going to be the basic part, right? Where we talk about how you don't even need to complete Geode to actually just get a couple of Mastery points just by collecting these allies, right? So now we're going to be heading on over into the Geode Sanctuary, where we're going to be talking about modules. We're going to be talking about what you should prioritize on. We're going to be talking about where you can actually find Geode Mastery, how you can actually increase your Geode Mastery, and everything in between. So heading on over right here, as you can see, we have got the module workbench where you're gonna have to complete the expertise quest. So if you haven't already completed the expertise quest, be sure to do it right now before watching this video, or before continuing on with this video. Be sure to finish up on the expertise quests and come back to this video, because this guide is gonna be how you're gonna increase from a low level, let's say 30 or 40 Geode Mastery, all the way up to 100, right? So we're going to be talking about which modules you really want to max first, right? As you can see right here, we've got all our modules at level 10, but the thing you want to work on is definitely going to be these ones, okay? It's going to be the Omni tool, because number one, the Omni tool is going to be vital when you want to mine stuff like Ancient Gears, Lunarium, Mightstone, and Everlight. So you really want to have the Omni tool at level 8 and above at the start, right? But you can't do this without a high enough level gas. So what I'd suggest for you guys to do right now is, number one, you get your Omni tool to level 8. Number two, get your gas to level 8 as well, because you're gonna need your gas to be at level 8 if you want to access to tier 5 caves, right? So if you want to go into tier 5, you're gonna need a level 8 Omni tool as well as a level 8 gas, which will essentially allow you to mine in tier 5 and be able to sustain yourself in tier 5 for a long enough time to gather the materials that you need and to essentially upgrade everything else, right? So the third thing we're gonna actually talk about is the rocket boots, because a lot of people, you know, they pretty much hate Geode because they think, oh, it's just super boring, right? It's boring, it's super slow. But once you maxed out your rocket boots, right, as you can see, rocket boots right here, you're gonna try to get your rocket boots. You're just gonna upgrade them to at least level 6 or level 7, probably around level 6, because you'll no longer take falling damage at level 6. So you just try to upgrade your rocket boots as high as possible so that you'll actually be able to move quicker in the Geode caves and to not bore yourself with the Geode content as a whole. Because I have a lot of people come up to me and complain that Geode is just super slow at the beginning, and the thing you really want to do to speed up your progress is to get high enough level rocket boots for you guys to get a quicker pace of play when it comes to Geode. Now, let's move on to the next part. We're going to be talking about one of the easiest, other than getting the mastery from the allies earlier, we're going to be talking about companions, right? So we've got the egg incubator right here. We've got some golden eggs, we've got some bronze eggs. So what you really want to do, you want to just put these bronze eggs or whatever eggs you find. We've got a video about how you can actually find companion eggs, so be sure to check it out. It's going to be in the link in the description yet again, so feel free to check out those videos on how you can actually get these companion eggs. But I think I've probably already mentioned this in another video that we have done. Well, it's gonna be over here, right? You're gonna have some companions. So you're gonna get a ton of mastery from getting these companions. You're gonna get 50 Geode Mastery per common companion. You're gonna get 100 mastery from every uncommon companion. And you're gonna get 250 mastery points. Yes, 250 mastery points by getting rare companions, which is gonna help boost up your Geode level a ton, right? Just by getting all 8 of these commons, you'll actually receive a total of 400 mastery points, which will increase you by 4 levels, and for the rares, it will increase you by 800 points, which will give you a total of 8 Geode Mastery levels. And for the rares, they're gonna give you a whopping 20 mastery levels, even though they're really hard to get if you didn't already get all your rares from the Easter event, because the Easter event was the one that actually gave us all these gold companion eggs, which I am running pretty low on right now. But anyways, so other than that, if you have already gotten a ton of your eggs incubated and you've got collected almost everything, all the commons, all the rares, everything about those, now let's talk about the way you can get meta matter, right? Because you're gonna need meta matter in order to, you know, increase your level of your modules. You're gonna have to, you know, per module, right? We're gonna start from this. Per module, you're gonna require, I believe, 55 meta matter in order to max it. So let's say this Omni tool took 55 climbing claw took 55, the gas took 55. So from level 0 to level 10, you're gonna need a total of 55 meta matter to max one single module, and you'll receive a total of 50 points from upgrading a module regardless of the level. So level 1 to level 2 it's 50, or level 9 to level 10 it is also going to be 50 points. But how do you actually get these meta matter, right? So if you head on over here, we have got the luminous reliquary. We've got a ton of crystals because we have got the Vecamatic that will help us out a ton. So once you've got a lot of crystals, you can literally just buy, I don't know how many, however much you want, you can just buy this luminous reliquaries, which will actually help you to get meta matter. As you can see right here, with Lodestar, it is going to be a 100% chance of multiple meta matter, right? So if you're looking to actually get meta matter, you gotta head on over down here, and this is gonna be the best method, right? The best method for you to actually get all of your meta matter. You gotta head on over here, you're gonna head on over to Enthusiast, you're gonna get the Lodestar, right? Because every Lodestar is gonna give you a increased chance of getting a rare drop. And if you take a look right here, right, once we see this luminous reliquary right here, it's gonna give you a 100% chance for multiple meta matter. Now, the amount this gives per luminous reliquary for 4,000 crystals and a little bit more, okay, let's say 5,250 crystals plus 150 quirkstone, 40 cave birds, and 40 cave kelp, you're gonna receive a total of 3 to 5 meta matter per luminous reliquary, which is not gonna be that bad. It's not that bad because you're gonna be guaranteed a drop from this reliquary. So if you want to farm for these meta matters, you really have to buy the luminous reliquary, which can be found yet again all the way up here, right? So if you haven't already maxed out your expertise in this Christology bench, so just feel free to, you've got to craft 50 of each tier, right? But one pro tip, right? Never, and I mean never, craft meta matter. It's not a good idea at all. Just take a look at the charges. Like, how much do you think meta matters actually cost, right? This is definitely a bad choice. You're gonna literally just get yourself scammed by crafting meta matter just like this, because number one, you're gonna need a ton of more crystals, even though, just take a look at this one, it's gonna be a little bit less, but it's still gonna be more than just opening up a reliquary. Just pop open reliquary in like 2 or 6 hours, depending on which reliquary you're actually using. But basically, if you really want to farm crystals that badly for these luminous reliquaries, because all the other reliquaries are basically not that worth it as the luminous reliquary, as it is going to be the only one that gives you a 100% chance at multiple meta matter, other than getting the mastery reliquary. As you can see right here in the Geode section, we've got mastery reliquaries. I don't know what's wrong with my pronunciation, but you're going to actually get a ton of meta matter just by using this method, right? You're going to need the Vecamatic, as you're going to be able to take a look right here. It is going to be the new module, right? It's going to harness a gust of wind to pull in nearby plants, crystals, and monsters, which is definitely going to bring you a ton of crystals, right? With a maxed level Vecamatic, you can easily get 5,000 crystals per run without even looking for crystals, right? So you really have to get crystals from this Vecamatic. You're gonna try to upgrade your Vecamatic as soon as possible, because you're gonna need a ton of crystals when it comes to maxing out your Geode. You're gonna need crystals to upgrade your modules. You're gonna need crystals to craft costumes. You're gonna need crystals to basically everything, for Lodestars, for luminous reliquaries, and everything in between. Right, we've got the costumes right here that's gonna require 9,999 crystals, and you're gonna craft Meta Matter Manifesto and this crystalline core compendium. This one's gonna cost 16,000, but basically you're also gonna need to craft a couple of these mounts and these costumes from the Christology bench, which will actually give you a ton of mastery points as well. If you want to take a look at all of the stats and everything that we talk about, how much mastery that the Christology workbench gives for the costumes and for all the mounts, feel free to check yet again the video in the description below, where we talk about how you can actually get the Scion name, right? So basically, other than this, I don't really think there is much to it, other than, number one, if you're taking a look at how you can actually achieve a total of 100 Geode Mastery rank, it is possible to actually buy out the whole 100 Mastery rank, right? It's not impossible for you to literally just buy all the ranks yourself without grinding for it. But I mean, if you're just looking for a free-to-play grind without actually buying Geode stuff, well, this is the easiest way, right? You really want to farm your modules because you're going to get quite a bit of mastery, 50 points each from these stuff, right? And you're going to try and get all of your rare companions and your commons and your uncommon companions, which will give you, as I mentioned earlier, a ton of mastery as well as those allies that we mentioned at the start of this video. So you really have to pick everything that gives mastery, right? You can't waste anything. Right, you just want to get everything that gives you mastery. Just look, you're gonna get a ton of these costumes which give you 70 or so points. You're gonna get all of these allies and mounts which will give you like 50 or so points. And you know, all that Geode has to it is just a grind, right? You don't stop grinding until you hit that 100 Geode Mastery. It's not like you can get to level 100 in just a day without actually, you know, spending flux on it. No, it's more of a constant process. So I guess you guys should just try to enjoy this process of a grind where it's not going to happen overnight. Hitting 100 Geode Mastery is definitely hard to achieve, but much easier right now as there's going to be a ton of stuff that comes from delves and stuff like that. So I mean, that is basically going to be it, right, about this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like as usual and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out.